Joshua fit the battle of Jericho, Jericho, Jericho. Joshua fit the battle of Jericho when the walls came tumbling down.
Joshua's army may have knocked down the walls of Jericho, but it is Oded Hum, a desert tour guide with a dream, who hopes to resurrect the city's famous plant, the Rose of Jericho, a plant that dates back to biblical times and has long been sought after by pilgrims who arrived in this region. But one look at the Rose of Jericho, and even the most amateur flower enthusiast can tell this plant has nothing to do with the rose that we all know and love.
Botanically, it is not a rose. It does not even belong to the family of the rose. But it was given this name because of the Christian tradition. In order to sell, I believe it was in order to sell, to sound familiar to the people who wish to buy it.
This is a desert plant. Most of the time it looks dead, but put it in a bowl of water and within hours it will open up. This rose has a built-in ability to take advantage of rare desert flooding once every few years and continue its life cycle. According to Christian tradition, the Rose of Jericho represents new beginnings, hope, fertility, and health. Oded realized there was a marketing potential here. The plant is harvested and packed in gift boxes for Christian tourists.
I talk about a rose and I tell the woman, if you want to bring a baby and you have a little problem, the rose can help you. And I pray for her.
Oded knows all the Christian hotspots in the country. The Dormition Abbey Church in Jerusalem is dedicated to the Virgin Mary. According to Christian tradition, it was Mary who put the Rose of Jericho on the map. She blessed the eternal plant during her flight from Nazareth to Egypt. When the Crusaders discovered this plant in the Middle Ages, they were astounded by its ability to come back to life from the dead. It was brought back to Europe, where it was sanctified as the resurrection plant. This rose can open and close 30 times in its lifespan, making it a gift that lasts years and even generations. With a history like this, Oded says, why buy a cheap olive wood souvenir when tourists can buy the real Rose of Jericho?
People buy it here, especially people who believe in Mary. They believe in miracles, and they buy it for Christmas, for Easter, for special holidays, and to show their children that a miracle is happening.
Oded even sent his roses to one very famous Christian, the Pope. He says he got back a thank you letter, a gesture that helped boost sales. And like the rest of the world, where knockoffs are a part of doing business, the Rose of Jericho has fake replicas. Two types of ferns, one grown in South America, the other in Africa, have been for decades marketed in Catholic countries as Jericho Rose lookalikes.
The only thing they have in common is that if you put them covered into water, they open up. And they close again when they get dry. But they have any family relation.
The real Rose of Jericho can only be found here in the Holy Land. Oded says tradition should be honored, and he's doing all he can to make sure this ancient plant is given the respect it deserves. This is Viva Press for Israel Up Close.